It's an argument that's been going on since LeBron James entered his A prime in 2008. Who's the better player, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James? While many supporters of perhaps the second greatest shooting guard of all time behind Michael Jordan will point to the number of championships that Bryant has won, they fail to realize that there are much better ways of supporting that said argument. In fact, we've come up with not one, not two, not three, but 7 reasons why James, at this point in his career, is already better than Bryant. Number 1, more MVPs. While many will point to the number of trophies that Bryant has in his collection, many James supporters will point to the number of MVPs that James has earned throughout the years. To be fair, MVPs, or Most Valuable Player awards, do measure an individual's level of success, while championships measure a team's level of success. While Bryant has won the award just one time in 2008, James received the honor 4 times and counting: 2009, 2010, 2012, and 2013. Number 2, makes his team better. Let's face it, players want to play with LeBron James. Even Bryant admitted to this in an interview in 2012. I think that the player I would probably play with the most, where the pieces would fit, would be myself and LeBron James. Believe it or not, because he's more of a facilitator and I'm more of a scorer, he's a modern version of what Oscar Robertson was. He just puts up genius numbers. James has been known to be a very willing passer, sometimes to a fault. However, the numbers don't lie. When James left the Cleveland Cavaliers in the summer of 2010, they proceeded to go 19-63 that year, amassing the worst record in the Eastern Conference. In addition, when James left the Miami Heat in 2014, the team failed to make the playoffs. After advancing to the NBA Finals just a year prior, these 2 examples show just how much of an impact the kid from Akron has had on his team. Number 3, efficiency. This is where James really separates himself from Bryant. Efficiency. From 2006 to 2014, James had increased his field goal percentage every single season. The 4-time MVP also shoots a staggering 49.7% for his career. And Kobe? Kobe has never had a single season in which he shot over 47% from the field. Also, when looking at each player's PER, or player efficiency rating, which sums up all a player's positive accomplishments, subtracts the negative accomplishments, and returns a per-minute rating of a player's performance, per John Hollinger, James is second all-time, 27.59, behind only Michael Jordan, 27.91. Bryant comes in at number 23 on this list, 22.93. Number 4, check the stats. LeBron has been known to be a statistical monster. Not to take anything away from Kobe, but in the statistical department, LeBron has him beat in almost every category. For his career, James averages 27.2 PPG on 49.7%, 7.2 RPG, 6.9 APG, 1.4 SPG, and 0.8 BPG. Meanwhile, Bryant puts up averages of 25.0 PPG on 44.8%, 5.3 RPG, 4.7 APG, 1.4 SPG, and 0.5 BPG. If we were to measure each player's individual success purely from a number standpoint, James would come out on top as the far superior player. Number 5, ability to carry teams. Both players are no scrubs when it comes to their ability to carry their team, but James is just that much better at it when it comes down to it. Since 2005 until now, a James-led team has not missed the postseason, while on the other hand, a Bryant-led Los Angeles Lakers failed to reach the postseason in 2005, which was Kobe's prime. Not to mention, in 2006, the Lakers were knocked off in the first round by the Phoenix Suns and had it happen again in 2007. On top of all that, the Bryant-led Lakers haven't reached the playoffs since 2012. Ouch. Number 6, clutch factor. Despite what you may hear in the media or what anecdotal evidence you've been fed, there's one thing that never lies: numbers. When looking purely at the numbers, James is the more clutch player by a mile. Per ESPN's Aloki Patani, LeBron is 8 of 19 on potential game-tying or go-ahead shots in the final 24 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime during postseason games as of May 11, 2015. Meanwhile, Bryant is just 7 of 28. Number 7, cleaner slate. Off the court, LeBron has had about as clean of a slate as you can have for a player who is constantly under the microscope. The worst thing he's done, according to most critics, is his infamous decision segment that aired on ESPN, which also helped raise $2.5 million for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Kobe, on the other hand, has had more than his share of off-the-court troubles. In July of 2003, Bryant was involved in a sexual assault case in Eagle, Colorado, after he allegedly assaulted a 19-year-old hotel employee. Then, in 2011, a report came out which stated that Bryant had cheated on his wife, Vanessa, with multiple women, leading to their divorce. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.